Lovely, lovely Leo. Welcome to my channel. I am Iris and I am here to do your June 2019 spiritual guidance readings. So I read my cards intuitively so that I can receive messages to deliver to you that are for your highest good on your highest path. However, not every Leo is going to resonate with the reading, so take what works for you and apply it appropriately. If nothing resonates with you, then it's not for you, and that's totally cool. So let's get started with your reading for June. I'm using 3 decks for this month: the Wisdom of the Oracle and my favorite Fairy Tarot. And I'll be pulling a card of spiritual guidance from Kuan Yin's Oracle card deck, and it just kind of like oomphs up the spiritual messages. I love that. So as you can see, I am outside today. It's a gorgeous day here. There's a little bit of background noise, so I hope that it's not too distracting in this video. And I have pre-shuffled and meditated on your cards, Leo. And the first 3 cards that are going to come out are the energy that you are coming into June with. And sometimes these cards come out reversed, and that is totally cool, because a reverse card doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. It's just offering guidance and protection for you. So the first card out is Change in the Wind, and wouldn't you know, it is in reverse. So that's not a bad thing. That is not a bad thing at all. And I'm going to show you the cards as soon as they come out. So I'm just waiting for 2 more cards to come out. I hope that you have had a good May and that life has been good to you. Life has been good to me, not without some challenges, but still, nevertheless, good to me. All right, here we go. Leo, energy coming into coming into June 2019. Mending, okay. Second card out is Mending. And we'll wait for 1 more here. Last card. Leo, energy coming into June. Too many. Sometimes it takes a second. Okay, and a fork in the road. Awesome. I love this. Let me show you these cards. Okay, so we have a change in the wind. Of course, it's reversed, and remember I said it's not a bad thing. The next one is about mending, and it is also in reverse, and that's okay too. And the last one is a fork in the road. So you know, it doesn't surprise me that you got these 2 cards, Leo, because what all of these cards really are saying is that, you know, you're going through a change in, you know, how you did things before in the past, and taking the time to heal what needs to be healed. Sometimes healing can be healing from a broken heart. Sometimes it could be healing old patterns and beliefs and stories that we had, healing a wound. You know, it could be physical healing, but it all has to do with mending things. And again, I had loving compassion for Cancer as well, and I'm hearing loving compassion as that's going to go along with this mending, right? So here we have, these are, like I said, these were reversed, right? So the fact that a change in the wind is reverse is really just saying to me that there's a little bit of resistance. The fact that mending is in reverse, it is also offering that same type of resistance, the resistance to the change in structure, the change in the way things have always been done, moving in a new direction. And this mending and healing has to happen because you're at this place in your life right now where there's choices and decisions to be made. And it's not like one is going to be, move you into a bad path. One is going left, one is going right, one is going backwards. Well, you don't want to go backwards, but all of them are, you're moving into the light, so to speak. And, we'll see if there's like trust, if the High Priestess comes out in the next part of this reading. But you're at a really great place in your life because things in your life are changing, and they're changing for the better. But the energy is do what you need to do to fix what needs to be fixed so that you can move forward in a direction that you choose, and that is going to be more in alignment with you and feel better for you. So all really good, all really positive. So let's have a look now. Let's move over to the Fairy Tarot. I don't read traditional tarot cards. I let the cards come out, and then I put the guidance message together. But as these cards come out, I will let you know what the cards are. And here comes that wind again. I'll let you know what the cards are, and I'll speak individually to the cards, and then put it all together. And then I'll wrap it up, like I said, with a little bit of spiritual oomph from Kuan Yin Oracle deck. So let's see what comes out for Leo for June 2019. Oops. Justice, and 3 of Autumn, and Gemini got this 3 of Autumn too. So justice is about righting wrongs, balancing the scales, readjusting things so that they're more in alignment, more balance, right? I mean, anytime we tip the scales too far one way or another, it causes an imbalance. So, right now with the Justice card, it's about fairness and rightness, and and just know, oh, these cards are just like flying out. It's things working out. Well, you got, wow. Okay, you have a lot of cards that just kind of flew out, so we'll just go one at a time here. The wheel. Oh, yeah. So there's a lot of forward movement for you in your life, coming in to your life. You've got a lot of major arcana cards, which represents more of the major things that are going on in your life. And although I don't read traditional tarot, the significance of so many important cards that are coming out in your reading is really significant for you. So here we go. Let's break this down. Okay, so we have the Justice, which is all about, you might be going through the justice system. You might be, fighting in the courts. It could be something like that. I'm not feeling that for the majority of people, though. I'm feeling that this justice is more about balancing what has been unbalanced. That's what I'm getting, right? And this 3 of Autumn, I love this card because this talks about your creativity and honing your craft and having a creative outlet. And I feel that in this particular row, if we look at the balancing of right and wrong, good and bad, things that have been off balance, weighted heavily, it is, and with this 3 of Autumn here, and being creative and having a creative outlet for yourself, that makes you feel good. And I almost feel like it's almost like a distraction from whatever this justice thing here. And I think it has something to do with the mending and the changing, that energy that's coming with you into June. Because here we have this renewal card, and I love this renewal card because it's saying this is a time for you to look at your life, and this goes well with this mending card. Look at your life and what's worked for you in your life that you want to take with you moving forward as you come to this fork in the road. What's worked, what hasn't worked, what do you just want to let go of? Like, you know, it can be something even neutral, like that orange pair of pants that you have hanging in the closet. They're not good, they're not bad, they're just kind of you know, neutral. We can get rid of those, right? So the renewal is about, you know, looking at having lots of gratitude in your life and looking at, you know, where in your life can you use a little bit of a revamp and a remake and come out feeling more alive and more creative, right? Because when we have something creative that we are working on, that we are passionate about, that we enjoy doing, that takes our mind off, like a hobby or something, it can be, that takes our mind off of the mundane, the tiresome, the resistance that we have in our lives as we move to this, you know, new path in our lives. And I really feel that that's what this is. You know, we can then make some really good momentum in our lives and moving forward. And when I say momentum to move forward, underneath the renewal card is the wheel, which tells me that whatever has been kind of stagnant and stuck in your life for a little while, through this renewal process, it's going to take the cog out of that wheel, and you're going to have forward momentum, and things are going to start moving forward in your life. This Prince of Winter talks about swift action, and sometimes the Prince of Winter can be a little bit impulsive without, you know, it's you know, there's a big fight, and then the prince gets upset and makes a rash decision and, you know, says, okay, that's it, I'm done, and I'm never doing this again, and I'm never seeing you again, or whatever it happens to be. And then later goes, oh God, I think I just kind of overreacted a little bit. So this, in as much as there is swift movement forward, the wheel as well. So things are starting to move forward in your life in June, which is really, really good, because this card here is encouraging you to, as long as you know you're going to be moving speedily forward in your life, take some time and think of the practical side of things, right? Rather than being reactive like the Prince of Winter, think about practical solutions and practical movements forward. And what is the next right thing to do? Ask yourself, what is the next right thing for me to do? And then as it comes to you, then do that thing, right? Because here you are at the beginning of something new. And I love that because it works beautifully with this fork in the road. There's something new. It falls underneath the Three of Autumn as well, which is that creative process, and that's something that, you know, that you like to do, the hobby, and this one also is like honing your craft, right? And really getting involved and immersed and feeling really good about what it is that you're creating. You're going to have, like, there's great success when we are passionate about what we're doing and what we're working on. There's also great success, and as it falls, the World card falls right underneath that. So it could very well be that from that creative endeavor and what you're pouring your attention into and really getting very good at, you know, you've got the world, like, you know, this fairy here, she's got a staff here and she's got a staff here and she's got them like firmly planted in the ground, and it's like the world is her oyster. She can make anything happen for her. And so that is really amazing. And as I already talked about, you know, the wheel here is like the cog is in that wheel that's been slowing the roll. That's being removed from your life. And this Justice card here, things are going to be have more balance in your life. But again, I still strongly feel like it's this, you know, this change in the wind, like it wants to blow you in that new direction. But there's some mending and healing that, you know, and stubbornness just kind of popped into my mind. You know, maybe you're being a little bit stubborn about forgiving somebody, or something along that line. But really, you know, creative endeavors and, you know, putting your passions into play and learning something new and just getting really good at it, that just makes you feel so good. And it also actually helps you do some mending and some healings. And then the other card, this is like an extra bonus card that kind of flew out, is the Sun card. And the Sun card is, you know, this fairy here, he's riding on his horse. Actually, I think it's a unicorn, to be honest. You know, blowing his trumpet, and, you know, this is like, you know, the big announcement. This is success. This is, you know, like the sun is shining down on you and all is good in life and good in the hood, and, you know, you have amazing creative ideas, and, you know, there's a lot of good things coming into your life. And it came out with this wheel, right? So there's a lot of forward movement that's going to lead to some really amazing things for you. So what a fantastic reading for you. And I'm just going to allow now an oracle card from Kuan Yin Oracle to pop out of this deck. I hope it pops out. And then I'll read that card. Now, I'm not familiar with every single card in this deck, so I will read it from the book. And but it always oops, there it is, fell on the floor. Let me go grab it. It always echoes, seems to echo what the message in the reading. So your card is the Celestial Mountain, and the imagery, the illustrations are just amazing in this deck. So that is card number 41, and I will quickly go to 41 and read it. So some of the messages are really long, so let me see, how long is yours? It's not too bad, it's just a couple paragraphs. So this is the spiritual message from this oracle. There are times when divine energy is needed to help us achieve our spiritual goals. When you do not feel completely in control of your destiny, the divine is usually gifting you with an opportunity to reach for assistance and to invoke divine power, to call to the celestial mountain so that you might be gifted with a far superior outcome. Your permission to beings that love you unconditionally to offer you help is an expression of spiritual empowerment. You empower those forces to come to your aid and to help you manifest your life purpose and destiny. You're being asked to empower the divine to help you, to call you to the celestial mountain within your own heart, to reach out and allow the divine to assist your current life unfoldment. We live in a free will universe, and no matter how much you are loved, in fact, because you are so loved and respected, no being will intervene for you without your permission. Do you believe that asking for help means that you will grow weak or dependent and not grow spiritually? You are doing this to grow in your own mastery at a soul level, not to hand over your life and not to take personal and spiritual responsibility for any more. Asking for spiritual assistance helps you to grow in trust, wisdom, and understanding of the nature of the universe and how it operates. Learning to ask for and receive divine assistance helps us to learn the art of surrender so that we can merge with greater spiritual forces than our own individual selves. Something wonderful begins to happen. You will discover that your divine self is a powerful living expression of the source of the universe. There's a lot of like shaky, I don't mean to shake that. You have within you the power, love, and sustenance of the source of life itself. When we call to the celestial mountain, we are remembering that we are divine in our own heart. We gain power through this remembrance, and we can help others remember too. So the more you choose to spiritually empower the divine to assist you, the stronger and more conscious your relationship with beings of light becomes, and the more you begin to realize the similarities that exist between your own divine nature and these beings. In other words, in keeping good spiritual company, you begin to realize your true nature. Make sure that you empower those beings who genuinely love you unconditionally. When asking for help, always say 3 times, I call on those beings who love me unconditionally. Then say, I thank you for your clear guidance and assistance on this matter, so that I may grow in my own spiritual mastery with peace, love, and joy of my own free will. So be it. So that's not as quite as clear cut and dried as some of the oracle message. But if I were to kind of integrate this into your reading, this is about anytime we have a change in the wind and the mending card, along with this fork in the road and this renewal card, all of these cards, what they really say is that you are in a time of spiritual growth and a time where there is justice. So as you grow and you let go and you allow the wind of change to blow over you, that is your spiritual growth and your soul evolving. And as it relates to another person, it is also their opportunity to grow spiritually as well. So by honoring yourself and allowing that winds of change to blow over you, you are giving the other person the opportunity to grow spiritually as well. But because there's this thing called free will, the other person might not have that level of awareness and consciousness to think, oh, this is an opportunity for me to grow. But it doesn't mean that we have to be stuck in that old energy. And that's where the mending card comes in. And that's where this renewal of what worked, what am I going to take forward with me that is awesome, and what am I going to leave behind because it's not so awesome, and just trust that the universe has a way of balancing things out, right? And sometimes we can resist it for a long time, and then the universe, shows up with the big guns and forces things on us, which is way more chaotic. But I don't get chaos in your reading for this month, and instead what I get is a sense of renewal and a sense of new creativity and new flow and new forward movement, and nothing but wonderfulness for you, Leo. Like, this is gonna be an awesome month for you, and I'm really, really happy for you. So I hope that you like this reading. I hope it resonated with you. If you like the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you want to book a private reading, you can also leave a comment below, because I love to hear what's going on in your life, and I read all your comments and I comment on all of your comments. And if you want to book a private reading with me, I will leave all of the details and information on how to do that below this video. So Leo, have an awesome June. I will see you mid-month, give you a little bit of a boost around the 15th of June. But have an awesome month, and we'll see you soon. Bye.